Hey VC, this is my third video today, and this one's going to be some recent vinyl finds that I have, miscellaneous, all kinds of different artists. So let's get to it. I'm going to have 45s and also albums. So let's start with some 45s, okay? Start out with this picture sleeve. Hold on a minute. For Dave Clark 5, Glad All Over. This, I got this really cheap. It's hard to find Dave Clark 5 singles in really good shape. This one's not in great shape, but it's good to have. Here's something I found recently that's pretty interesting. Solomon Burke does Maggie's Farm, Bob Dylan song. Very interesting version. Back in the Cavern Club, the Beatles used to do a song by Richie Barrett called Some Other Guy. Well, I found Richie Barrett's 45, Some Other Guy. And it's really a nice version of this song. Alright, the ones I'm going to show you now, I went to an outdoor flea market, and these were very cheap. Found these yesterday. We have this outdoor flea market every Sunday. This is Dreamboat Annie by Heart. I didn't know that there was such a 45. I know there's an album, Dreamboat Annie, but I didn't know they made a 45 of it. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Refugee. I always love this song. How about a little disco? Silver Convention, Get Up and Boogie. When disco first came out, I didn't think much of it at the time, but now, compared to some of the music out today, I'll take disco every time. That's just my opinion. Here's the Crystals, He's a Rebel. I don't know if that's an original label or not. There we go, the Monkees. A Little Bit Me and a Little Bit You, which I really like this paper sleeve for Col James. The B-side is The Girl I Knew Somewhere. That's a Michael Nesmith song that I like. Then we have Cher doing Bang Bang and Needles and Pins, Sonny Bono songs. Here's a 45 that I've been looking for forever. It should have been very easy to find this, but you ever have that experience where, I've been to all kinds of record stores over the last 2 years. I've come across thousands of records, 45s here and there, and even the best stores I could find, I couldn't find this single. But I managed to find it yesterday at a flea market, and that's Joan Baez, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. Nice version of this song from the early 70s. Okay, here's another phenomenon. This is the Young Rascals doing Groovin'. But what's funny about this is this must be the 7th or 8th copy I have of this 45. Did you ever have something like this that you can't find in good shape? I had this, and no matter how many times I cleaned it, the record looked like it was going to play great. I would clean the record, and then no matter how good I cleaned it, still would sound poor. This one finally sounds good. I picked up Paul Simon, Kodachrome. This is a mono version. Now this is a promotional 45, not for sale. That's side B is the stereo version of Kodachrome. I like to pick up these mono promotional only. Sometimes they sound like a different mix. And also in that vein, I found this, which is a mono promotional copy, the Carpenters, Rainy Days and Mondays. And the B-side has a stereo version, and it's in red lettering. Yes, there are even Carpenters in my collection. Okay, now, let's go to some LPs. This is something that I had back in the old days from the early 80s, which I sold off when CDs came out, and I was able to get it back. The Runaways, I Love Playing with Fire, which is mostly their last album, and now the Runaways. I played this yesterday. I love this album. Like watching this spin around. And the B-side, or this is really the A-side, I should say. The A-side has a solo picture of Joan Jett on it. Really beautiful picture disc. Glad to get this back into the collection. Back to disco again. I love this song by Donna Summer. It's a I Feel Love. It's a 12-inch extended version dance single. And it goes on for over 8 minutes, which is fine with me. The song I Feel Love could go on for a half an hour and I wouldn't mind it. Here's an Elvis Presley album I've been looking for a long time. I haven't found it yet, and technically I still haven't. This is a reissue of King Creole from the 1970s. I love this movie, probably one of Elvis's best movies, maybe I would say his very best. And I like the soundtrack from this. The songs are very good. The only thing is, this is not an original. I like to find an original. This is one of those reprocessed stereo monsters where it sounds all echoey, and I just don't like the sound on it. But for now it'll do until I can find the original. Now for $1 I found this album. It was Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams. I couldn't resist this album because it's got the cellophane on it, it's got the sticker, it's in beautiful shape. And I gotta tell you, I have to just to pull out this inner sleeve. If you want to know my ideal perfect woman, right there. I love this picture. I almost want to frame this in one of those square vinyl picture frames. Okay, and also, you knew it was only a matter of time before I found more Connie Francis. Well, here's another Connie Francis. This one's Connie Francis Sings Folk Song Favorites. So Connie doing a little folk. And one other Connie Francis record. This one is interesting. It's called Hawaii Connie. It's all Hawaii songs. Still got the cellophane on it. It's in excellent shape. It's almost like new. And it says on here, Connie's rarest album. So this must be an album that doesn't turn up. I certainly haven't seen it in my travels. Okay, that'll kick it in the head for the vinyl. And I'm just going to go through this really quick. I was at my record store today, and back to Connie Francis again. I found all of these. I'm not going to show them all to you. I'm just going to hold them like this. They're all Connie Francis, MGM records. And they're in excellent shape. They look like they were never played. I think the guy who gave these to the store probably was a collector. So I got them all for real cheap. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. When I get into something, I get into it big. Anyway, that's my miscellaneous vinyl finds update for now.